Greetings, critters. It's Fox here, and welcome to my Fox Den tour vlog where fate will also decide my first spring horror read. So let's get into the tour of this I can't even get it in frame. It's 9+ feet tall. So let's get into the bookshelf tour, shall we? Okay, critters, let's get started on this shelf right here, which is my horror, thriller, and classics. Let's get into it. So this is the tippity top shelf of my 9.5-foot unit. I have some classics and anthologies up here of classic gothic horror. As you can see, this Grimm Brothers fairy tale hardcover is just beautiful, and I actually want to do a video of how different those stories are to Disney, and yeah, it's just beautiful. Now we're gonna get into my first thriller shelf. I need to start branching out and reading more thrillers. That Ballerinas cover was so beautiful, and I really like that it's about ballet. That really interests me. Also, A Simple Favor was my first horror movie or thriller book, that I actually ever read. And I'm talking like at least 6 years ago, I think I read that. So that's, really cool that I still have that copy. This is the last of my horror books, and it starts my, or thriller books, and it starts into my horror books. So yeah, as you can see, I like to face front my favorite covers for now. It helps fill out my shelf and how it looks. And I still have more space for thriller and horror, so that's awesome. And okay, so horror has started. This is this shelf, all my Boris Spassik books. I'm obsessed. I almost have an entire shelf of his works. Have a couple that I'm missing and a couple new ones I want to get. So one day the shelf will be just for Boris's work. This cover, It Lives in the Woods. Oh my goodness. Library binding hardcover book. It is gorgeous. I love it, but I had a hard time picking between this one as well because that purple and cool tone was just divine, but I needed more space and had to make an executive decision. And yeah, so onto my cubby shelf. Now I made the shelves different sizes so I could fit art and just other things on my shelf. Just a few books on this one. I realized I got rid of too many of my Darcy Coates books. I got rid of all the ones I didn't like. I have a few more on this itty bitty shelf. However, yeah, some regret getting rid of those ones. I sold them, but c'est la vie. She'll write more work, and I'm sure I'll be interested in more work by Darcy Coates. And I just want to show this one painting to you guys because I used a lot of effects in it. And it was my first 3D rose acrylic pour. I made my own medium for it, and I'm just really proud of it. So I thought I would give you guys a little show off of the colors, and yeah, just something I'm proud of. Next I have I like to call it my Grady Hendrix shelf because I have quite a few books of his. This Best Friend's Exorcism library binding copy I found on Amazon. I still can't believe I got it for $19. It was such a find, and I love the cover. It's so good. And this is my second last shelf, so my two last shelves. I don't have a cover on the bottom that I'm like really dying to show. So that's why they're all spine out. And then I have this book out, which is Cursed Objects. I have to review this book soon. It is so neat. All those different cursed objects, haunted objects in it. They're really cool. They're all really short blurbs, and it's just beautiful inside and out. And as you can see, library binding hardcover again. I also have, as you can see, DVD towers. It does go from Christmas to my favorite sci-fi fantasies, and then Tim Burton, into all my horror DVDs. As you can see, it goes right to the bottom. Love it. Anyway, let's get on to my fantasy shelf. Yeah, she's the tall one. Start here. Sorry about that. My camera froze for some reason. So these are my memoirs, my comedies, just light, fun-hearted reads. I have a few like self-help books up there. Yeah, just light, fun reads. Some of these are really, really funny, and I'm gonna do a video of just light, fun reads. This is a sign my twin sister made for me when I first started the channel. It is so cute, and I'm so appreciative of her support and your guys' support, honestly. Like, it means the world to me. Now, this is my Harry Potter shelf. Yeah. I got most of these actually used, and they're in great condition, so I was super happy to find those. And as you can see, I have these really old liquor bottles up here as my like potions, and I actually found those when I moved into this house, so I find that really, 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 really cool. And it continues into my child fantasies. I know I have Neil Gaiman in here that's adult, but I didn't want to separate them for some reason. I was just like, let's keep them together, because it does transition into adult fantasy. So as you can see, this is another cubby shelf. I have the A Discovery of Witches box set. Now, if you know where I can get the non-mass market paperbacks, I would love a link. I haven't finished this series just because I don't like reading the small font, and I don't like mass market paperbacks. Oh, this is Sarah. I don't know if you know the movie Labyrinth with David Bowie, but this is a quick ink sketch I did of Sarah years ago for Inktober. Just a drawing I really like. Next, I have my little mini catch-all shelf with my camera and my goodies, my valuables, my pictures, memories. These are jars full of my TBR. I have 98 on my TBR. The smaller jar is fantasy, and the big jar is horror. And today I'm going to pick a random horror book as my first spring horror or thriller read. So that's going to be really fun. Stick around for the end of the video for that selection. The next shelf is another cubby shelf. Eventually I will change around what is on my shelves when I get more books and stuff like that. But I'm just going to gush over my library binding copy of The Hobbit and The Fellowship of the Ring. I know where to get Two Towers and Return of the King in this edition. It's just so expensive and I haven't gotten to it. So here you can see is my Sarah J. Maas box set that I just got. I am reviewing A Court of Thorns and Roses shortly, so stay tuned for that. As you can see, for now, I have put down A Court of Mist and Fury. It was just a little heavy with the horror I was reading, and I wanted something a little bit more fun, simple and less, you know, demanding on the brain to read. So for now, it's on pause, but I will finish it when I'm in a better spot to appreciate it. This is the first Lego I ever built. I did it in February with my twin. She helped because I get easily frustrated and confused. We got Ron, we got Hermione, Mermaid, Crumb. I do have his face, but I like him as a shark. And then Harry Potter. It's just the Triwizard Tournament. Got it on Amazon for 40 bucks. So like, I love toys. I had to. Okay, we are on the last two shelves because the bottom has a bunch of additions to add to the shelf and I have to haul video them. So let's get into her. This is my Trisha Levenseller obsession shelf, really. I have, as you can see, 6 of her books, and I'm buying the 3rd of this series really soon. But let me tell you something. The special edition edges, so worth the price, and it has a ribbon to keep your place, which I really love. It's just a beautiful cover, and because I'm facing them out, you know, sometimes that matters to me. Now we have a duology, the 4th Wing so far. Definitely reviewing the 4th Wing soon, and I will be doing Iron Flame separately. I definitely have some thoughts on both. And then we have a duology. Yeah, so that's the fantasy shelf. Lots of books. I know it's a long vlog, guys. And then we have more movies, my actions into rom-com girlies, you know, and then shows, comedies, all that. So here's my sci-fi. That's how small it is. I definitely need to branch out and read some more, see if I can get into it. That's just a little ink doodle I did of Rogue. Some more doodles, ink sketches of Lord of the Rings. We have The King of the Dead. Took ages. We have, you know, my little workstation, teddy bear from my childhood, Nicholas Sparks books, and then just makeup and art stuff. So okay, guys, so that is my shelf. Now when darkness envelops me, I'm going to show you the lighting system I installed for this monstrous behemoth of a shelf. Oh, I just love it. It was custom built for me by the love of my life. You know, he let me design it, he tweaked it. And I'm so grateful. So very grateful. Now, let's get into picking a random book, shall we? So here is the light. It's not fully dark. It's just starting, the sun is just starting to set. But yeah, this was actually really easy to do. I just used curtain lights and some nails, and there she is. It lights up the whole room in this beautiful ambiance when it's fully dark out. Also, it has this really cool remote that changes the lights and how they flicker and stuff. It also has a dimmer. I got this off Amazon for a steal. It was like $18 for these lights. And there's 300 LEDs if you're wondering or want to get some. So yeah. So I wanted to introduce you guys to my fur babies, the only children I will ever have, my puppies. This is Loki. She is an American chocolate lab. She's 10 years old. Hi. Good morning. She's like my pride and joy. I can do anything with this dog. She even lets me balance stuff on her head. It's insane. I love her so much. Can't imagine my life without this Poochiekins. No, I can't, can I? Yeah, you're mommy's golden child. Like this dog, oh, she's so intuitive. She literally acts like a therapy dog without having to pay for the expensive training. If I have a panic attack, she literally lays her entire 80-pound body on top of my chest and regulates my breathing. Like, look at that face. Yeah, she's my girl. This is Loki, my baby. Yeah, hi. So this is Rosalina. She's my second pup. She's a fox red English lab, so she's a different kind of lab than Loki. And she's my little crazy one. She likes to be outside more than anything. She's very active, very hyper. She grew up here. She didn't live in the apartment like Loki did for the first 7 years of Loki's life. She lived in an apartment, so Loki's really well socialized with other dogs, whereas Rosie's a little bit more, as I said, spastic. But I love Rosie. She's always in a good mood. She's just such a cutie. She gets so many compliments when I take them for walks. She's my little smush, my little Rosalina. Okay, critters, it is time to pick a random read from my TBR. There are a lot of books in here that I have not read. There are no rereads, no picking again. We're just gonna blindly pick my first spring horror read. Let's just do it. I'm a little nervous because there's some books in here that I'm not feeling a thriller, but we'll see. Okay. Is that one? Yeah, it feels like one. Okay. What did I get? What did I get? I can't even see it. Oh, Banquet of the Damned by Adam Novell. Okay. Let's see if I can get this in focus. I just want to prove what I picked. Oh, it's upside down, of course. Banquet. No, it was right side up. It's Banquet of the Damned. Okay, so Banquet of the Damned by Adam Novell. So what I know, this book is about, there is a professor in a university, and he finds that students plagued by nightmares are dying. And things ensue from there when he starts to investigate the paranormal, because that is his field in the school, is the paranormal and stuff like that. So I've actually been wanting to read this. I read The Reddening recently. I've read The Ritual and Last Days, and I've yet to review The Ritual and Last Days, I believe. I'm so like behind. I'm so sorry. So I am happy that I got The Banquet for the Damned. Now, Britain's answer to Stephen King, we'll see, because we all know how I feel about Stephen King, but I honestly don't see how he can be compared, because I think Adam Novell's writing style is better. And I'm assuming this is going to be one of those slow burns that he's known for, so let's dive into it today. I will give you a Facebook post, and yeah, I'm excited. All right, critters, so one last thing. Here it is. The lights all lit up. It's not quite dark out yet, sunset, but I really wanted to show you guys how cool it was. Anyway, thank you so much, critters, for being here, watching, and your support. It means the whole wide and wild wilderness to me, critters. It really does. And until next time, stay cozy, stay spooky, and stay magical. Bye. But now it is time for me to wind down with this book. I'm actually really excited to start it.